Today we are going to be setting up my Papertess Design B6 for next year, for 2024. I'm going to be using this as a media journal and a memory keeper. So today we are going to be setting up some of the pages. I have already set up the tabs. If you can see here, I did that off camera because it's a little too difficult. But other than that, I haven't really much done anything else in here. I'll show you what I have done, what I'm planning on doing, and then we'll work through some of the setup on this. So I hope you will stay and enjoy the video, and let's go ahead and get started. So for this journal, I haven't done much other than kind of trying to plan out what I'm going to be doing for each of the spreads, and then also adding the tabs. I've printed out some stickers, both as a means to test out the sticker paper and also because I'm going to be using it for this planner. These are things that I got freebies from 12 Days of Christmas or Planmas from Get Messy. These are things Caylee designed. This isn't designed by Caylee, this is designed by another artist, and I can't remember their name right now, but I will leave their name down below. And I'm going to be using this for some of the end pages. I've been struggling a lot with like overwhelm, so when I saw this image that Caylee provided on one of the days, I was like, yeah, this has to go on my planner memory keeper because I need to look at this often and remember. I have a lot on my plate, but it's all delicious. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this out and enjoy a little musical break while I get this cut out. Okay, so I did just go ahead and organize this a little bit throughout all the trash and kind of move things around. One of the things I did want to mention is that while most of these are by Caylee from Get Messy, not all of them are. These little stickers that I printed, that I went ahead and moved pretty much all of them over here because I don't see myself using all of them. I purchased a digital pack of these stickers many years ago, and I cannot remember right now the name of the artists, but I will go ahead and leave the name down below and link them if they are still open. I'm not even sure I know where to purchase them anymore, but I will link them below if I can. And then some of the other little pieces of art and ephemera are from images I found going through my Tumblr or my Pinterest. So I'm going to be setting up this notebook, but I wanted to make a disclaimer. Please, there's been a lot of talk in the community about planner consumption and how, you know, being influenced versus being inspired. Please take this video as inspiration and not me influencing you to purchase this exact notebook. A lot of the things that I'm going to do in this one, you can also do in whichever journals you have, you know, so, you know, take this video as inspiration and not influencing. Please do not go and purchase a new journal, a new planner, just because you're watching this video. Take what you like, leave the rest. And yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and start. So I know that I want to use these for end pages and maybe this one. I know exactly where I'm going to use this one. I'm going to use this one here. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I do have a video, which I will link up in the cards, that talks about, or rather, that gives you a complete flip through and close up of all of the journal and how it is set up. So if you don't know how the B6 Papertess planner is set up, please go ahead and check that out for more information. But I'm thinking, let's see, I don't think I want to do anything like this on this page. I do have a clear cover for this, which, oh my lord, I will say, putting a clear cover on this was wild. I used a heat gun to try and stretch out. The one I have is from Lauren Phelps Design. I used a heat gun to try and stretch it out, and I was able to fit it, but since this is going to expand, I just really wasn't comfortable leaving it like that. So I did end up cutting a little piece of it here. And I think that the person that I saw do this, they did it for their weekly. Yes, I know exactly who it was. It was, yes, it was Caylee from Planning My Energy. Hers, she did the same thing where she cut the edge. And honestly, I don't really care about it. I just went in and rounded the corners. And with the clear cover on, you can't even tell. I'm not ever looking at the back of this planner, so it is absolutely fine by me, but just keep that in mind. I don't know what other clear cover would fit, since this is a thick girly. I don't know. I'm not sure. I thought the Lauren Phelps would work. I know that I know that Tess has on her website a link to a clear cover for the B6, but whenever I click on it, it just takes me to their inserts. So I'm not sure if she's going to offer a clear cover or not, but I did end up getting the Lauren Phelps Design one. If you want that for this B6, just keep in mind you will have to stretch the heck out of it and potentially cut a little piece at the back, but once you do that, it's fine. I would have kept it on for you guys to see, but I hate the glare that happens with the overhead light, so I took it off. Maybe at the end I'll go ahead and just put in a clip of what it looks like. You guys can get an idea. So now that being said, so I'm thinking I'm not gonna do anything here. I might just stick in like some washi, kind of similar to what I have here. I really enjoy kind of this washi decorating. That is my work planner for 2024, and then this is my media planner for 2023, as you can see, I have like just washi. I really like that plain decorating. I know a lot of people dislike, and this isn't a Hobonichi Weeks video, but I know a lot of people dislike this like hobo in the back, but I don't really care. It doesn't bother me at all. So, but here it doesn't have anything at all, so it's even easier to decorate. So I might do that in a bit, but for now, let's go ahead. And I'm probably not gonna do anything with this. It's like one of those weird. Actually, I might end up sticking it down. I know a lot of people do that. I know Leah did that on her Wonderland Tutu, and I believe over at my Dandelion Diaries, they also did that on their Sterling Ink Common Planner. Should I do that before or after I stick down this page? So originally what I was gonna do here, and actually let me zoom you in just a tad. There you go. So originally what I was going to do here is put a mood board, but I was really struggling with what to put because, again, this is my media journal and my common planner, my media journal and memory keeping system. And for me, like, a mood board doesn't really make sense necessarily in the way that it would in my work or my self-care planners. So I was really struggling with what to put on here, and then again Caylee like came out with this thing and I was like, yep, that's it, that's the one. Okay, so actually I'm gonna have to cut this down a tad more so that it'll fit in here. Yeah, so like, let's see, how much do I need to cut that down? So this is gonna cut down to okay. Half a centimeter. Let's get my paper cutter, doing it on both sides so that it's even. And it might not be, but as close as possible. I was watching Jess's video. And as they were setting up it was a 2024, yeah, it was their 2024 planner setup, and they were talking about how they're a perfectionist for most things, but when it comes to their planners, it's like good enough, and I absolutely relate to that. I am a disgusting perfectionist. Gets me very upset sometimes, but oh yeah, that's good. Oh, look at that. Love that. I am super nervous about sticking this down though, because this is like a vinyl. Actually, that doesn't seem that sticky, so that actually might be good. Okay, I've been playing around with different sticker paper as I am working on designing things for my shop, and I really dislike the thickness of matte sticker paper, like just regular writable matte sticker paper. So I was trying to think of like different options, and I was looking through all my stickers that I get from Sticky Club, and the ones that I really enjoy using, I was like, what material is this? And I realized that they're like vinyl stickers. So I purchased a sample pack to test them out and see. I really enjoy transparent or washi tape stickers, but I ran out of those. Otherwise I would have used that for this, because I kind of like seeing the grid in the background. So this is the matte one, and this one, I don't know if you can tell the difference, but this one is glossy. So I was trying out both. I tend to be a matte girly, but figured I would test both because I feel like there is an application for each. Should I or shouldn't I? You know what? I'm not gonna stick it down because I'm afraid that I'm gonna mess that up. I'll just use a book dart if anything. Honestly, I'm probably not going to be flipping around to this page very much, so. Okay, guys. Moment of truth. Let's... Me saying I'm not a perfectionist and here like having a freak out moment about sticking this down. here, here. Excuse my head if it is in frame. Okay, you know what? We're sticking it down. Oop, she's a little wrinkled. No! Come on, baby girl. Okay. Whew. This is nerve-wracking. Yeah, I didn't say like I am a completely recovered perfectionist. I am a recovering perfectionist. You know what? Forget it. I'm like making my life more difficult than it has to be. We're just gonna go with it. And excuse me if I get out of frame, but I need to figure this out. Oh God. I'm not having a good time, guys. I feel like Jess when she was doing her when she was doing the lines. Oh, that kind of peeled off. When she was doing her lines in the bullet journal, she was just kept on complaining about how she was not having a good time, and that's me right now. I really hope you are not seeing my head. Oh my lord. Why? Why do bad things happen to good people? Okay. Okay, Chris. Just focus. Stick down a section. Whatever. If it's not perfect, it's not. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We are... Oh God. Wow, that's like completely slanted. You guys seeing that? That's like completely slanted. But you know what? Whatever. Whatever, mate. We are letting it be. Oh God. Whatever, mate. It is done. Oh, that feels nice. Also, that's like not thick at all. So definitely like that for adding things in. Oh, I love that. That's probably even thinner than the washi paper. Yeah, it's done. It's done. It's slanted. It's so slanted. But it's fine. We're letting it be. Letting it be what it is. You know what I just realized? I don't know where my book darts are. Let me see if I have them in here. This huge... Oh, yeah, there. I'm running out of book darts. I'm gonna have to buy another set. There we go. So I just used a book dart and now I don't have to worry about the glue. Okay, awesome. Okay, so that's that. And then I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with this page. I wrote here, I had originally written a letter to future me. And I think I saw, who was it that I saw that did that? Was it my Dandelion Diaries? I can't remember who it was that I saw did that. But someone decided that they were going to write a letter to themselves in 2023. To their 2024 self. And I love writing a letter. Like, that is chef's kiss to me. But now I'm not sure. Now I'm not sure if I want to do that or if I want to stick down this one. No, I don't want. I want to stick that down somewhere else. We'll figure that out. On this page, so if you don't know, and you probably don't because I don't even think I've talked about it on the channel before. So in my media journal, I have my media companion here. So something that I do every year, I've done it since 2019, is I keep monthly playlists. And for those monthly playlists, the covers, I usually have a theme for them. This year's theme, 2023's theme, was Nothing Gold Can Stay. So all of the covers, I would go on Pinterest and look for things that inspired me that month, that felt called to and within the theme, right? So the theme was Nothing Gold Can Stay, which means that every image had to have something gold related. And I'll show this when I do my flip through of the 2023 journals, but this is essentially the covers that I use for my playlists for this year. So that being said, I am planning on using this spread for that. So let me zoom you in a little closer. So you'll see that every month has like a little box. So I'm going to be putting the cover on there for each month for the Spotify monthly playlists. And then I was wondering what I can use the dates for, because I'm pretty much tracking everything that I would like to track on my other journals. And what I decided on was that I would track when I go to the movie theater, when I go to concerts, if I go to concerts. I wanted to see if I can go to more concerts this year. But where I live, it's like nobody comes up here. So it's like, but you know, I'm close to Boston, so I could always just go down. And when I have movie or TV nights with friends. So that's probably what I'm going to be using the top ones to track. So really right now, I don't really have to do anything here because I haven't decided the colors on these, and I haven't decided my theme for the Spotify monthly playlists yet. So we're going to go ahead and leave that as is. This one is going to be my pixel tracker. Okay, and here's one of the reasons why I talk about take what you like, leave the rest, right? Let's say you like this idea, right, of pixel tracking the media that you consume. You don't have to use this specific spread to do that. Let me show you an example. This is how I did it this year, right? This is my pixel tracker. Essentially, since I have this spread now available to me, I'm gonna just expand it. So there's 8 spaces, and each space is gonna be one of the pixels, essentially. So I'm gonna track books physical, books digital, audiobooks, fanfic, manga, manhwa, podcast, TV shows, and movies. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. I haven't decided if I'm gonna write down the categories on top, but I feel like that would probably be redundant, especially since I'm gonna have a color coding system. So what I might do is put a tip in for the legend, either here or like have it somewhere in a pocket, and or like write it across the top. Actually, I might do that. I might write it across the top, maybe, yeah. And then use this space for something else. I wrote here a note that says top section. There's 7 total top sections, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 totals, right? So I can use totals and then just have like books, physical and digital be together. So the total books I read in the month, the total movies, etc. That's to be determined. I don't think I'm gonna set up with this just yet. I might do this setup because I have to decide on the color still. So that's pretty much it, and that's that. And then I have a lot of patrons that send me stickers throughout the year, so I figured that, and then I never know where to put them. So I figured I might use these 2 pages for that. Okay, so this page. This is the December monthly, which I wasn't going to use because I'm finishing the year in my weeks. And so what I decided was I like having a sizing page. So I just made my sizing page in here. I made the sizing for the circles. And yeah, just have an easy reference for sizing, how many squares are horizontally and lengthwise in each section, in each square. Just to make it a little easier for me when it's time for me to do my monthly spreads, because for me, and I'll talk a little bit more about this in the video that I'm going to make about different ways that you can keep a media journal. The way that I like doing the monthly spreads, essentially I like taking pictures that happen throughout the month and kind of like filling up the squares. And so I have like a very artsy overview of the media that I consumed throughout the month, because I'm constantly collecting images from Tumblr, Twitter, Pinterest, etc., of the different artists that I follow and things like that, and screenshotting things and what have you. So I like going through my phone every so often and archiving those so that they're ready for the spread at the end of the month. So I'm not going to be adding the monthly tags the same way that I did on my weeks, because I think I want to use the spaces for stickers and whatnot. So to be determined. I haven't decided that yet. Okay, and then back in the day when I used to do digital planning, I used to have monthly themes. So I would pick, let's say, 3 pictures off Pinterest that were really inspiring to me that month, and I would create a color scheme based on those 3 images, and I would create a doodle set and stickers and what have you for that, and then I would use that color scheme and those doodles throughout the month on the monthly planner. So I'm thinking I'm going to do that again. The yearly color is partly partly the yearly theme the monthly theme and the monthly color are inspired by what I used to do in 2021, and also by Lined Musings for the yearly theme or the monthly theme. They keep a theme for like their stickers that they're going to use every month on their Hobonichi weeks, and the monthly color from Ellie's Corner, where they use also a monthly color. So it's partly inspired by things that I used to do already, and seeing them just reignited the desire to do that. So let's see, where do I want to stick down these? Oh, and then I have another sizing reference back here. I think actually oh, you know what? I know where I'm gonna stick it down. Here. Okay, so I have to do the same thing. I'll talk about what happened here once I finish cutting down the image. Okay, so reason why I ended up cutting off a page from the January calendar and then now just sticking this in is because I like creating a sizing guide. So I went ahead and cut out a page and stuck it onto a piece of cardstock, and I'm gonna create a sizing guide for myself. I did this back in 2022 in my old reading journal. So this is, and I'll do a flip through of this once I talk about the media journals. But, so I can show you the sizing guide. Where is it? And this was really big in the reading journal community back then. I don't know if it's still popular now, and I do not remember any examples. If I look back far enough, I might be able to find it, but essentially it's just a little ruler that has different sizing options that you can just place next to your actual paper and quickly jot down or quickly see how you need to divide the page, right? And so you have your horizontal and you have your vertical. So that's what I'm gonna do now. So I will go ahead and see you on the flip side. Enjoy the little musical break. Okay, so managed to finish this first of all. So that's what it looks like. Let me zoom you in here. Right, so this is, actually that's too zoomed in. This is my sort of sizing chart, and you could make it shorter, right? You could make this half a page and then just have the back side be the horizontal lines. But A, I didn't look that far ahead, and B, if I end up needing other space guides, then I have the space to do that. So let me just show you really quickly how it is that you would do that. Right, so you would open up to any page that you want to divide, right? So like, let's say for example, I want to split this in half, then I don't have to really count every single time. I just come over here, I center the grid, and okay, perfect. So then there's my center line. Same with the horizontal. I just go ahead and connect there, and okay, there's my center line. And like, let's say I want to create the grid space, which you'll actually see me doing that, the 12 spaces for the 12 months, then I just have to go over here and be like, okay, so this is the line, this is the line, this is the line, etc., etc., and then it's much easier to do the boxes, right? So, and then same thing down here, I just set that up and then have the correct grid sizing already set up. I don't have to think about it every single time that I have to create. And of course, these are catered to the sizes that I want. I know that I'm pretty much just going to be doing these if I need to. But for example, the one that I had in my book journal had a bunch of them, right? So I had the spacing without leaving spaces in between and the one with spaces in between, and I had up to 7 different sections. I am not going to be needing this many, so I didn't bother creating this many on this one. But if I find myself repeating a certain amount of grid spacing over and over again, then I can just add to this. Fairly simple. If you did notice though, I created a cheat sheet beforehand because I didn't want to mess this one up, and I don't have really any other page that I can cut out. So I went ahead and just created a copy of this and did all of my calculations on here so I could just continuously erase without any issue. That's something else that you could do, right? You don't necessarily have to cut out a page of your notebook if you don't want to. You can just create a photocopy if you have access to a copier or scanner, and just create your grid spacing on there. So that is another option for you. I am potentially going to just scan one of these pages to have them on the back burner if I ever need to kind of draft a setup and I don't want to mess up one of the pages. Then I can just print out one of the copies and create a draft on these. So pro tip there for you if you're someone who likes to create more complex setups and don't want to have to, you know, draft on your actual journal. So that being said, before I get into the demo of me using this, I wanted to mention that I ran out of space on my camera, so I did have to you know, spend some time moving out the footage, and while I was doing that, I ended up decorating the front page here, so I just wanted to show that to you. So this is using some of the stickers that I had printed out and some other stickers that I had in my stash. So these two were printed out, and this one was printed out and just cut, and then the rest were from my stash, the alphas as well. So this is a quote that I really, really love by Mary Oliver called October. It says, "Look, I want to love this world as though it's the last chance I'm ever going to get to be alive and know it." I really love Mary Oliver. I love the month October, and I love this quote. So I figured that it would be a really nice quote to add here. And then this is another sticker that I have from a pack that I have many, many years ago from, I think, One Little Word. And then, let's see, did I do anything else in here? Nope, still have that. And then I did end up pasting this in here, just on this back flap, and then also creating this little back section here with some of Caylee's ephemera that she provided. The middle is a mess. So that's pretty much what I did off camera. I wanted to show that to you. I really like how this came out. I'm not going to be decorating this page or this page because those are where my pockets are going to be, and I will be stuffing stuff in there, so no reason to decorate it. And I like the fact that it's a little more like it has space to breathe. So that being said, let's go ahead and do our demo. Before I continue with a little music break, just quick note, I always like setting up the dots and just setting up the spacing with either a pencil or an erasable pen. That way you don't have any issues about like accidental miscalculations. So just keep it in mind. That was a good demonstration of how you can use this tool. And of course, if you're not someone that's going to be making a bunch of, you know, complex layouts, by all means skip this, right? This is just an idea to make things a little easier for you if this is something that you would like. That being said, I did make a mistake. I ended up doing 5 boxes instead of 6 for this top one, and trying to figure out what to do in order to make it cohesive. So what I ended up deciding was that since I'm going to end up with this like one line, I duplicated that to make this kind of like swatches. And instead of having the yearly theme and the yearly color, or the monthly themes and the monthly colors in 2 separate spreads, I'm just going to use the color, this little box that ended up being created. I'm going to use that for the color, and then the bigger box for the actual theme. So that means I'm going to have to figure out what to do with this box, but I'm not sure yet. And then I'm going to use one of the pages is going to be for the Receiptify for the month, for my Spotify Receiptify. Basically, if you don't know what that is, it's this website that gives you a receipt form. Actually, I can show you an example. Right. So it gives you like a receipt form of the top 10 songs that you were listening to. That's one of the options. There's other options, but the one that I like doing is the top 10 songs. And so I like doing this kind of like spread where it's the Receiptify and then the pictures of the song covers or the album covers, right? And I have that one for, I have to create November's still and December's. But yeah, so each month is going to have its Receiptify right before it. And also here is going to have the media covers for whatever it is. So again, an example from my media companion. Right, so here I have it split up by media type, but on this B6 I'm gonna have it by month. So yeah, so it's gonna be that. So that's that. And then I'm still trying to decide how I'm gonna set up the weeklies. So stay tuned for that. So I think for now, that's pretty much what I got in terms of this one. There are a few more things that I have to set up, but I don't have the materials for it yet. So I will show the completed flip through in the 𝙦𝙧𝙚𝙧 and as well as in the January setup. Right, so I will prepare a setup for January where I will introduce to the theme, I will set up the colors, and all that jazz. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. I'll do a quick flip through of the pages that we set up together before finishing off. And thank you so much for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Bye!